Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese. Welcome back to another episode of our Final Fantasy XVI Let's Play Adventure extravaganza of awesomeness and fun times to be had here in the wonderful world of a kingdom that I keep forgetting the name of, but it is called, I was really hoping it would say when we got here. There's like a name for the whole of the continent, and I forgot what it is. It's like El Continente, or something along those lines. It might be like the Aerith Sea? Maybe something like that? That's, I mean, not that. That's not it. Like, objective, I know that's not it. But we are ready to continue our quest. Kinda. We're not going to. We're actually going to go over here and do a series of side quests because I think that would be a fun time. Right. I don't know if these will become unavailable if we don't use them immediately. So I thought we might as well just go ahead and do this. So we've got Welcoming Committee and Dying on the Vine, as well as one in the Imperial Province of Rosaria, While the Cat's Away, and I'm not sure which one I want to do first. Let's do this one, because it's over in Martha's Rest. We were just in Lost Wing for a couple of side quests, so let's go ahead and do this one. I'm much more interested in that. I'm also wondering whether or not these are going to possibly open up into a series of, like, small quest series, right? Like, could you do one and then you go back and visit the same person and do sort of the same thing? Or like, will there be quest lines, basically? Or are they all just kind of like one throwaway sort of a situation?
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone.
Well.
When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but oh, please help them.
There's zero reason you should have stayed. You did the right thing.
I'll see to your problem.
It's odd that you didn't go to someone with a bit of authority to deal with it.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
I mean, I have a series of questions for you. We're gonna go ahead and prioritize this one. And we'll just barge in there. Is this gonna be a silly situation where they're all just like, it's a crazy drunken night out with the boys and they're just having a bit of a wild time?
Ha! Golden Stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Huh? Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
This is our new sword, isn't it? Can I check that real quick? And make sure, because I remember we got a new sword last time, but I cannot remember. In all the time since, yeah, Flame Tongue. With a tongue of flame, spake he the words of destruction.
Get him, lads.
I imagine it's going to be basically
Let's get this
indistinguishable from our previous sword in terms of usability. It kind of looks that way, yeah. These guys are a bit of a pushover. I mean, I feel bad doing this whole scrape up indoors. We're definitely making a mess of things. That was about to drop on me, is what you were about to do there, Jill. Hello? I just no response to it? Thank you for the Y-Right.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
Tell him like it is.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
While the Cat's Away. That was pretty straightforward. Now, how do we get back? Do I have to open up the world map and fast travel myself back there, or are we going to automatically pop back up in the hideaway? Okay, that's unfortunate.
The man of the hour.
That's me. You're darn right. I am the man of the hour, and also my dog and my friend who tried to drop a giant crystal of ice on top of me. We're just gonna, like, gloss over that, aren't we? Just, like, not even be concerned with it. It would be fantastic if... Oh, well, looky there. Okay, so quests do actually show up on the overworld. So we don't have to necessarily go back to the hideaway to accept the next quest line. We can just travel directly to Lost Wing and presumably just do it. I like that. I appreciate that. It means that potentially I might not have to check in. Well, you know what? I'll miss them otherwise. If they're just on the big overworld map. We have no idea what this is going to be, though. We've missed any potential clue as to what we're getting ourselves into. We're just jumping head
you're
first.
Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. I can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
Yeah, I
I
suppose.
can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
Welcoming committee. Clive does not necessarily exude welcome committee vibes, you know what I mean?
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
I mean, we're not even going to ask them what they like. What if they have allergies? We have no idea. We're going to bring them back
But how did the grocer know?
clammed fish. I'm sorry, what?
Purple handprints all over her skirts.
That was some drama we just kind of stumbled across, and now we're just walking away from it. That was fun, though. What was I saying?
Daddy.
I think I was going to say something ridiculous, like we come back with
two
clam
plates
chowder,
of
and they're like, I'm
whatever you're
allergic to
serving."
dairy and shellfish.
We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
This is when we find out that they're extremely allergic to gluten and also very much opposed to alcohol of any kind.
Hopefully this will be enough.
We're going to kill them is what we're going to do. Not on purpose, but by accident. Through sheer just incompetence. Have we ever looked up here? There's the sky. Interesting. It always looks like it's about to be dark or is dark here. It's not a very cheery sort of place. It's very lovely. It's very quaint in its own kind of way.
Here. Bread and wine from the tavern.
May we? Truly? Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, This place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know.
Bless him.
I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Have we ever bothered to see what the value of a gill bug is? Also, what is this glowing green thing? I just wanted to check what this is. We are going to head on to the next... Oh, it's the dude doing magic. Hey, you know that's destroying the planet, right? Oh, wait, no, you're a bear. That's right, you're not using the crystals. So I don't know how that works. Are we also drawing ether from the ground? But is that, like, natural as opposed to the crystals? I'm sure there's some sort of convoluted rules to the whole system that we're going to find out as we progress. We just need to stop asking questions aloud and wait till the game explains it to us. Although every so often I guess a thing correctly, and then I'm glad I said it. Is this where we need to go?
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop.
Yeah, he won't.
I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Griga. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean, for that matter. I suppose the smell's got 'em worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please.
I absolutely
Rid us of these
will.
wasps so I can be about my business.
It would be an honor.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
This man is very invested in this whole grape situation. I'm on it. How far of a journey is that? Hold on a minute. Could we possibly, like, fast travel and get there quicker? I mean, either one of these we fast travel to is going to get us pretty much in the same distance, it looks like. This one might be a hair bit closer. This is what I kind of expected these side quests to be. You can hope for big story arcs and like, interesting, fascinating things. But that's probably not going to be what it is. We're probably just going to be going around, killing animals and collecting nonsense.
A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
Nah, not at all. Not when we can just tornado them. Just whip them all up in a twister and call it a day. I wasn't joking. That's exactly what we're going to do. There's the twister. Now we're just getting all sucked up into it. I think we can stand in the twister pretty safely. The catch is actually getting the game to, like, attack the guys you want it to attack. So, like, I can draw them in, but you gotta make sure that you're... Because the one thing you don't want to do... Oh, dang it, it's all over with. The one thing you don't want to do is accidentally suck one out of the twister, because then you just have all kinds of trouble. Jeez. Come here. It would be funny if it turned out that there was actually some sort of a boss wasp out here that we had to deal with. That would be an interesting twist. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I just realized something. I have 4 potions and 3 high potions. And they're like an orange color? Aren't they normally... Isn't it normally a different color if that's full? Can I actually carry more now? Am I imagining? I'm probably imagining that. It might be the same color as it always is when I've got them topped off. That's probably 100% just in my head. I guess
Looks
we
like that was the last of
check,
them.
maybe?
I better let Quinton's man know.
Yeah, possibly. Let's go in here and have a look at our items. Would it be under? No, okay, yeah, it's exactly the same. It's not changed at all. That's entirely just my imagination, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer. That's exciting right there. I don't see any reason to fast travel to this obelisk when the time it's going to take for me to open the menu and drag my little cursor over to it, click it, and then to load in, it's probably just gonna take longer than me sprinting. Although, with the amount of time it took me to explain that, while sprinting, I feel like I probably could have done it in real time and we would have been up here. So maybe I'm actually wrong. That's just a factually incorrect statement, and fast traveling here would have been beneficial to us in the long run, because look, there it is. We could have been starting from that point a while back. But it's too late now. I've already talked our way through that, so we're just going to live with the mistake and carry on with our lives. Speak with Emil in Lost Wing. I will. Come on, gang. They don't do much, do they?
His daughter had been stealing up to the vineyard to see the lad. There were purple handprints all over her skirts.
It's still a good story. It's still a good one second time around. Just as funny. Now, I wonder if, having completed these quests, there will be new ones unlocked, or if they are tied directly to story progression. So, once these are done, there will be no new ones until later in the story.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
I mean, it'd be better if there was a glass or two sent to the hideaway, but that's fine too. Drink in my honor. That's like when someone gets you a gift, but the gift is they donated to a charity in your name. It's like, that's not a gift for me, dude. That's a gift for you. That's a gift for you to be a smug son of a well. Okay, so after finishing up with the two of those, oh, well, the three of those in those two regions, it looks like we've done all of these side quests we could possibly do. I just wanted to make sure there was no chance we were going to accidentally miss them, and now I know that there is not.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
Yeah, don't build me up too much.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
I kind of feel bad for Gav. It feels like he's being left behind because he's not an icon, which I feel like is reasonable, but also that can't be pleasant. All my best friends have super, like, otherworldly, like, godly powers, and I don't. Hi, my name is Clive. My name is Gav. I'm sorry, Gav. I feel bad for Gav. This is my story. Also, are we heading back to Lost Wing? Wait a minute. Where are we going right now? Is that what's happening? I'm so sick of this place.
So,
I don't want to be here anymore.
Meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this Dane finds me?
I don't want to be here anymore. If I have a look here, though, does that mean that we're going to be heading north for the first time? I suppose. It looks like there's a couple of different options. I may be able to... The game didn't tell me to go over here, So its intention is probably not that we go around and then cross over the Holy Hand, although I can't help but notice it does look like we could do that. But the game wanted me to come here, so I assume it wants me to follow this path. I wonder if it matters, though. It doesn't look like it's going to try to bar us from crossing here at the Holy Eye, or the Holy Hand, but it must have intended me to go this direction. So I suppose that's what we'll do this time around. Okay, yeah, no, the third time around, I'm kind of sick about hearing the story of the grocer and the vineyard boy. I'm a little bit over it at this point. It was funny and charming the first couple of times. It took me by surprise, to be sure. I wasn't anticipating it. But I don't need to keep hearing the same story again and again. Which must be what it's like to be like a long-term viewer of Howdy Folks content. Because eventually I just start repeating my stories, like a broken record. Or maybe not even. Maybe just a really, really, really big, like a Blu-ray that's been burnt with a bunch of MP3s. So there's thousands and thousands of MP3s, but your shuffle button's broken, so you're just listening to this disc of music linearly, and then suddenly you get to the end and it restarts, and then you're just listening to them all again, but you don't initially notice, because it's been so long since you first listened to it. You're like, this sounds familiar. I think he told a story like this before, earlier on in the disc. But it takes you a while to realize, like, oh, wait a minute, no, this is the same stories. We've now exhausted all of the new content. We're just restarted. But it's been so long. Again, you're just like, you know what? I'ma just let it be. I'ma just let it ride and listen to it because it was funny the first time around, and enough times past I've kind of forgotten, and that's fine. Oh, okay, that's fine. Like this second time through. But eventually, you're going to have listened to that content repeatedly enough that you're never going to want to look at, see, or hear it again. And that's when it gets painful, you know? This is not what I meant to do. I got to stop accidentally doing that. I got to remember. I don't know why I do it. I think just still instinct from before. Let's also just do this. Let's just do this now. Because this guy's a bit of a pain, and I don't want to stand around wasting all day fighting a dragon, you know? I'd rather just get this over with. It seems to recharge pretty quick, too, looking at it. I'm just keeping an eye up there, which is handy. That's going to really change combat if I remember to activate it. But that's the catch, isn't it? Like, how much of this have I just not remembered? How many cool things could we be doing in combat if I were just better at remembering my different abilities? Like, stomp there, right? Like, how good is stomp? And apparently I just parried it while stomping? That wasn't even on purpose, like most parries in this game. It was completely coincidental. Jeez. Quite the involved process fighting this little guy. Wait a minute, am I heading out of this? No, I want to head in here. Was that all there was to find here? Is there no chest full of goodies? Was it literally just a little stomping ground for a wee... Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Yeah, I had a feeling he was hiding something. Griffin's head braid? I'm sorry? Do we have the ability to change clothes in this game? Can we put on, like, a fancy outfit? Is that an option for us? I don't think you can. We have our attributes, naturally, which we can have a look at here. We have items. We have our journal. We have gear and icons, but that's not, like, let's see. Change icon order? No, that's not important to me. Recommended abilities, optimized gear. Yeah, it doesn't appear like we can... There's no Fashionscape content, which is sad. I would have loved to start mix and matching different elements of our get-up. That would have been a great time. But the game, sadly, will not allow it. Maybe that's part of, like, an upcoming DLC. Because I assume this game is going to have DLC. I don't know if it's been announced, but it's a Final Fantasy game. It probably cost $40 billion to make. I'd imagine they're not going to just sit on that. They're going to want to utilize some of their investment. You know, they've already got this, all these beautiful elements, you know, all these different... I mean, look at this wood texture. You're not going to let that just sit on a server and grow stale, you know? You're going to want to reuse that wood texture quite a few times. Where are they running off to? What is this music? This is not the music I would expect for what is happening right now. It had like a bit of a... like the piano thing going on that was unexpected. There we go. Dragonette? I thought these were just insects. That's odd. Is this going to be, when we get up to the top here, is there going to be a big reveal? Oh, wait, we've been over there before. Yeah, hold on. Wait a minute. Am I mistaken, or is that... Oh, no, I am mistaken. I'm thinking of, well, Caer Norvant. Is this not Caer Norvant? Like right over here? What is this? Where am I heading right now? The Dragon's Eyrie. The Holy... That's where we're... We're in the right area for it. Isn't that the gate where we met Gav after we finished at Caer Norvant? Am I wrong? Am I crazy right now? I feel like I'm right, but I have no evidence to support that. I could actually just be crazy right now. Okay, so this is Northreach. So this is a different place. Well, I guess that question's answered, then. Oh! Is that Caer Norvant? That could be. Because it was over here, wasn't it? Didn't we, like, leave? It's over here. There's the gate. That's what I'm thinking of, maybe. That's where we left. Yeah, all of this must be Caer Norvant. Yeah, there's the river gate. Okay. So this is Caer Norvant, and we can't go back there, presumably because of events that transpired where the building got melted. And then this is the path we took to meet up with Gav? I don't know. In any case, I'm pretty sure that means that we are now in an area we've never been to before. Okay. So I guess now is as good a time as any to point out the real reason I've been fighting everything out here is because I kind of didn't want to progress until we could get this, and we're so close now. 1577. We need 1695. So we're just going to have to keep fighting every little thing that crawls across our path. And that's okay. We'll do that if that's what it takes. I'm willing. I'm ready. I am confusion. I thought for sure this was the place we ran up to meet up with Gav. I guess it's not. What's through here, though? Maybe we came from the other direction. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, hold on. I mean, I'm not going to know from looking at the map. But maybe we ran up this direction and met up with Gav. Oh.
That tower used to be taller.
I reckon they'll be in need of a good mason.
That's some great little dialogue. That's some great little world-building dialogue. Like, the people around here are starting to realize, hey, wait a minute. Something happened up there. That's good, yeah. And then this is where we met up with Gav right here. Okay. That's that question answered in my mind. That's me just smiling and nodding and feeling satisfied with that as a solution to my quandary. How are we? So we're currently level 23. Is there a way to check like XP and how much further we have till we level up again? We're real close. Let's stay out here fighting guys until we either run out of guys to fight or we hit level 24. And then I'll finally actually go progress the plot. Just because I'm trying to give myself every opportunity to unlock the big flame ball wall thing. Watch that be the worst mistake we make in the game yet, though, right? Like, watch... Oh, you should have spent that upgrading all of your normal abilities. Now you have this big over-the-top ability, and you can't defeat basic enemies, because you didn't upgrade the way you were supposed to, you darn fool. What's this direction, then? Have we been over here before? I guess we must have, because there's something called Eastwatch. I don't remember ever going through here before. The Dragon's Eyrie. Oh, you know what? No, we did. That's right. I remember fighting through this field. So, we met up with Gav over here, but then we didn't cross through there with him. We went this way. Can't get through whatever that is, to the Imperial Chase. And then, yeah, we ran through here up to that, I think, or maybe to Eastwatch. Okay. I was wondering if all of these were going to be sort of one-off locations, and no, you do go back to them. I appreciate that. It gives the world a sense of... I mean, I don't even know what the right word would be. It makes it feel more real in some way. More grounded. It's not just levels. You're going to locations and you're doing missions there. I like that. Boom! That's what we were looking for. Level up. We're level 24 now. And I wonder if that is going to be enough. If we go back in here... Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, let's go fight some vultures then, I guess. If this is what we have to do. We're so close at this point. I'm not quitting until we get what we came here for.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel. But that was north of the checkpoint. I hope that Dame has friends in the south.
Sure, listen, we need to focus on what we're doing right now, man. We can't be worried about brothels and dames. What we need to focus on right now is fighting wild chocobos so that we can hopefully unlock superpowers. Perfectly normal, everyday night out with the guys sort of things to worry about, you know? There we go. Okay. Is that enough? It's at 1693, baby! 2 left! Come on! I do appreciate that it shows us the total. I hadn't realized that before. I guess I hadn't really been looking for it either. Level 21 raptors. Yeah, these guys will do it. This will be it right here. Go ahead and just whip out that tornado. Just get it out there. Get this stupid ugly beast sucked into it. And then, I don't know, just hurl fire in there? Safely from a distance? Am I damaging myself doing that? What is happening? Oh, I see. Is the fire, like, igniting on solid objects in front of me? Is that the issue? Barely got to 1701. Doesn't matter. We got there in the end. Summon a massive pillar of fire that burns all enemies caught within its flame, while also partially restoring Clive's HP. Boom. We can upgrade these if we get to 2005. So, that's something to keep in mind. But let's equip that. Heat Wave is good, but I feel like if we're in a bad situation and we've got a lot of guys around us, we probably want to keep Scarlet Cyclone. So we're going to change this one to Scarlet Cyclone, and we're going to change Scarlet Cyclone over to Flames of Rebirth. And then we have to go use it immediately, just to see how it works. So, we do have a group of unexpected chocobo here. Yep, that kind of did what it said it would on the tin. Apparently, also, we can get things that'll make those recharging go by faster. I didn't check and see whether or not we had one for that. Actually, now that I think about it, we haven't really looked at what we've got equipped in a while, so maybe let's do that too. So that ability is called Flames of Rebirth. So let's see if we have anything. What do you do? Defense by 10, healing potency by 20, specifically of potions, and then increase attack by 7. I feel like I could part with either of these and be happy with it. Increase Burning Blade damage, increase Wicked Wheel damage, Rook's Gambit, Gouge, that would actually be useful. Aerial Rising Flames, Heat Wave, Scarlet Cyclone, and then we're back here. Complex ability combinations can be executed. Yeah, so these are the sort of rings of timely evasion, timely strike, and all that. When equipped, Clive will automatically evade attacks as long as the attack can be evaded. I don't know about that. I thought there was one you could equip that would just tell you when to go. When equipped, pet commands are executed automatically. Automatically use a potion. No effect when equipped. When equipped, time slows before an evade enemy attack strikes Clive. No effect when equipped with the... So, that one, I guess, would just tell you when to dodge. I watched the nostalgia... No, I didn't. I watched the completionist. Gerard had a video... I haven't watched the video where he completed the game yet, but he did one where he talked about some of these abilities. Was that Gerard? I mean, I watched that video, but maybe I was thinking of... Jesse Cox also talked about it. One of them talked about using... It might have been the Ring of Timely Succession or whatever it is, and using that to help them train to dodge. And that seemed like a great idea, and we just haven't done it yet. But, alright, what have we got here? Increased gouge damage by 15% is probably better than defense. I'll keep that one there, and then kind of going through the rest of these. What else do I have equipped right now? Scarlet Cyclone. I didn't see one for Scarlet Cyclone unless I did, and I just forgot. So, Wicked Wheel, Rook's Gambit, Gouge, Rising Flame. Scarlet Cyclone by 8%. Sure. I suppose we'll go ahead and equip that. And then with all of that taken care of, you know what? We didn't really give this place a 100% thorough going over. We didn't defeat everything that was out here, but we also don't need to. This is going to be a moment of growth for us, where we reached a new level, and we unlocked some new abilities, and that's all we really needed to do. Although this is going to be... Oh, it's not done charging yet. See, that's the problem with these bigger abilities. They take so long. That's probably why you don't want to, like, overload yourself with a ton of them. I get that now. I get that now.
That's enough.
Still, I mean, those guys weren't fighting back all that tough. So it's hard to say that that's a great example of our abilities. But that was a pretty solid example of all of our new abilities. So we have never been here before. Us as the gamer and audience. But I don't know. Clive's probably been here before. I don't actually know. Who's this guy? I wonder if he has anything good to trade. Oh, there we go. Good. So we can fast travel back here if we need to. What have you got to sell there, sir?
Do you see anything
Or
you
ma'am?
like?
You've got nothing of great use to me, except for a very expensive song. And I can top off my high potions, I guess, which I suppose I will do. And then I don't really have anything I want to sell right now, unless I want to sell all of my... Where are they? Sharp Fangs. Which, I mean, we're going to have a crazy Sharp Fang collection by the time this is all said and done. Can we make potions? Has that been explained to us at any point? Because I feel like we've got plenty of supplies.
Step branded, or you'll be spending the night in a cell.
Right. So we have to find a... That's why he was mentioning the brothel earlier. Here we go. Yeah, no, this checks out.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
I get why Jill's not here now.
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... Why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested, unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Poor fella. She's very breathy. I'll expect a favor.
What the hell are you doing?
In return.
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But... it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Surely he sees what's happening, right? Like, he's not that dense. It's not even the first time we've done
Back to
this.
the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why my new escort? The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight, filth.
Such an unpleasant world.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
No, I think we'll be arrested if we're caught just wandering around by ourselves. Although, what if we just went and tried to wander around by ourselves? Let's have a look at this place. How much is going on? We got Imperial Training Grounds, the Dragon's Armor. Is that like an actual place where we can go buy some pretty crazy armor? Oh, it kind of just looks like an empty building. There's actually very few people here. Okay then. Well, that was unpleasant. These are very empty cities. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that quite yet. There's not really all that many people around here. I mean, there are people around here. It's just like every town has maybe 12 people mulling about. You'd expect there to be more going on. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's where we're going. That's where we're trying to get to. We just can't. Does anyone want to fight me? It'd be really cool if they had a multi-stage gauntlet out here that you could partake in. I'd be down for that. That might be a fun time. But that's not what they've got here. In fact, what they've got here is very little. I don't even know why I'm bothering to run around. Let's just head to where we're supposed to go and do the thing we're supposed to do there, and then the game will let us progress the plot, and maybe something will happen, as opposed to me just wandering these streets. Although it's good to get a lay of the land, because we'll have to come back here and do a bunch of side quests at some point in the future. I assume. I don't know that. I'm just saying, based on previous experience with this game so far, are there more ladies here? Hello.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
A veritable festival of licentiousness. Happy to be here. Let me in. What goes on in there? Is it safe for YouTube? Gosh darn it, the doors are sealed tight.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do?
Not what, dear? Who?
Don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls.
Okay, not what I
Tatiana
expected.
has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
I feel like we found everyone we've gone looking for so far except for the hooded man. And that's like a whole different thing.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Okay, so now we've had a Costco membership and a Sam's Club. This must be like our Amazon Prime membership. We're just stacking up all these cards. I don't know if he's going to remember that you have to pay for these things, like on an annual basis. So the situation could get messy. If we get to a point where we're spending more money on all these memberships than we're saving at all these different locations, then I don't know. I think whoever keeps an eye on the books is going to have a lot of questions for us, and we're not going to have answers. People just keep adding us to these different like groups and whatnot. We do have some side quests around here now, and I think we're going to focus on those for like a moment, because I'm kind of curious to see whether or not any of them will have anything to do with like a gauntlet.
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Well, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Yes. Can it be like a gauntlet of increasingly difficult challenges?
If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment
Buddy,
to get ready
you just
if you need
wait.
it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
Oh, I am ready like you would not believe. Pride cometh before the fall, sir. I'm not proud. I'm just extremely confident.
Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
Yes.
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you. Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Use all the dirty tricks you want,
Oh,
Brandon.
I will. Trust me, I intend on it.
Alright. So you know one end of a blade from the other.
Someone heal me, damn it!
Enough.
Oh, buckaroo. What is that face we're making?
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine.
Why not both at the same time? I can fight both of you
Sword
guys.
up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Do you think my abilities have recharged? No, that's okay. We'll just do this. Bless his soul.
For a start.
I mean, we could just stand here and watch this. We don't actually have to engage. Listen to him. Oh, he's having a rough go. Bless his soul.
You got potential. I'll give you that.
That's enough.
I'll be damned.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was exactly how I expected the fight to go. Is that the end of the gauntlet, though? It's just the two guys. That's sad. Bring in the whole group of them, the whole lot of them. Bring in the whole town. I'm ready for all of them.
Gregor's gash. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a Branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bullocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
I like how they all know and just
You
love
have
the
to tell the
dame.
dame about this. Tell her we got a good few hits in, eh? Hmm? What the hell are you doing, me damn it?
Oh,
What the hell are you doing, me damn it? That's enough.
Enough.
I'll be damned.
Great. Got a nice little chunk of change out of that. The tiniest little amount of experience you could possibly imagine. And then there's one more quest up here. Maybe this is where we get the soldier gauntlet? Hey, did you see what I did there? Oh, look, there's another one down that way. Oh, man. Well, I mean, we've been going for a little while here, but I don't know how much is going to get cut out when we go into... Let's see what this is.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today, that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Yeah, okay, we'll feed the people. We're like meals on legs at the moment.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
No, we absolutely cannot. You're correct. And our first delivery is going to be right around here. Hello there.
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
I mean, I have a message for you, but you're not going to like it. It's less of like a verbal communication and more of like a physical delivery to the jugular sort of area. See, I'm not good at one-liners. I feel like we would say that and then he would just laugh at us and we would have to leave. Like, that was way too wordy, get out of here! Yeah, okay, no, yeah, that's fair, that's reasonable, I'm gone.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
Well assessed, well assessed. We'll come back to him later. We'll do this next one first. Maybe we have to create a distraction in order to get to that one. Drop something down a well, or the like.
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others. That's
I think
something at least.
if you have someone who can control wind, there's a better way for them to invest their time than blowing off the laundry outside where there's already going to be wind. I mean, you could set this guy up as, like, he could put him on a ship, and he could make sure that there's never any time where you're, like, going through doldrums or whatever. Like, there's always a nice steady flow of air.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
So what is this guy's power? Just general healing? I thought they were all going to be elemental based, but he must be able to influence the midichlorians to heal and create life.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
Poor fella.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
We do have a message to deliver. And then I'm kind of curious about what this quest over here is going to end up being. We'll swing by and just have a look at the quest giver.
You there? The gentleman with the sword.
Yeah, no, he all he wants is to irritate me. I can tell by the way he's calling on me. Excuse me there, sir. Deal with him and his problems later.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Sometimes it's the same thing.
Though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
But does she have a discount?
Better be going.
Repositioning myself in my chair. So from the looks of things, there's one more side quest to do in the region, and then after that we can continue the main story. We can't leave these things undone, because we never know what we're missing out on here. We're getting some fantastic lore out of some of these. Maybe not the one where we just beat the crap out of two guys. I'll grant you that that one was not like the best lore-giving experience, but this last one here, it's like, yeah, it's good to know there's some guys in the Empire who aren't just the worst.
I cannot help but
It's world
notice you
building.
bear
It's
the moon
important.
Stars. So you are an associate of the Dame?
You can't hire me for what you're
Might I
thinking.
trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the Dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Sure.
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Sus. I don't know why I considered him before I agreed to the quest. There was never a chance I wasn't going to agree to whatever he asked me to do, because that's not in our best interest. We're here to complete all the side quests and get all the lore and do all the things. There was no shot I was going to turn him down. But are they gonna? They're gonna let me through, I guess, because I've now got the mark. I've got my Amazon Prime membership stamped on my forehead, so I think I can pass through here just fine.
No one's allowed through the...
I do actually wonder, though, what we're dropping off here.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now.
You're making it difficult for me to want to help you right
Now
now.
a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Heavy purse. Every joust and jostle, the leather's accompanied by an eerily metal. Okay, so this one is probably gold or the like.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make 'em less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing by it. You wait right here.
I don't know if we should wait right here when he says it like that. That makes me feel like we should go away.
Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Are we a smuggler right now? It's kind of starting to feel that way. It feels like what we're doing is we're smuggling money out of the city and smuggling back in random things like perfume.
I have no business with Branded.
This guy's gonna give us some
I have
oregano.
business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
Once again, we're handing him money. Presumably, we're going to be getting a little sprig.
Lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I want to know more about this guy in the
I can
background
always
here.
take it back. You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue.
You should shave off your funny little mustache.
Any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Did we just exchange money for money?
Cigars.
Oh no, we are absolutely running a smuggling operations.
Worth more than your life. Do be careful.
I'm here for it. I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. Call me Han Solo, because I'm doing this by myself.
It all smells so
Well,
delightful.
Torgal's with
I
us.
warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Same thing, heavy purse.
That isn't a burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes.
He does indeed, and to
Question is,
what end?
how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
I don't know if we want to, though. Maybe it's better left a mystery before we find out that we actually don't like any of these people and regret having helped them. It might be a good, revelation, though. We might learn that... I don't actually know what we're going to discover when we talk to this man. I don't know why I'm talking it up.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
A box of cigars, essence of rose, and brandy wine.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals?
Oh!
No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the 1st
They're
place?
crystals. It wasn't gold to begin
This
with.
man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Big, long, awkward pause there. This screen takes too long. It still bothers me. And it's so big, you should be able to condense that without freezing the game. Okay, well, with the side quests completed, I guess now we can focus on the main story. Next time. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!